So you've just spent 10 to 11 hours not eating junk food, not eating anything but healthy stuff. Good morning, Coach Devin here. Just finished some cardio, and I had a really interesting conversation with somebody yesterday, and it made me want to do this video. They said basically, Dev, what is your number one way outside of, cutting calories and, working out and all those things? What's a simple tip and trick I can use right now today that'll help me get more fit and lose weight? And I was like, oh, that's an interesting one. But I went back to something that I've been saying for a long time. Years ago, I worked at a company called New Bodies. New Bodies has obviously been bought by Good Life, and I'm going to tell you a story about New Bodies quick. So I was a trainer at New Bodies, went there from another company. I was recruited there, and when I went in there, I was fortunate enough to have some great clients and some great managers and people I worked with, and I was, over time, I became master trainer in 2 different clubs, and it was super cool, great experience. I would never, rip anything about New Bodies. It was good. It was important for my maturation process. And one of the things that I always noticed at New Bodies was different than some other gyms I'd been to and worked in the past, is that there was a lot of junk food at work. Every day it seemed like they were like, we're going to order pizza. This is the staff I'm talking about. Staff was like, we're going to order pizza, or we're going to Mary Brown's, or we're getting chicken, or fried chicken, or something like that. They were always getting something. And early on, I made a rule for myself. I'm like, I'm only eating what I bring with me to work. I bring enough food to work. It's an easy and to the point thing. You just bring everything you need, you're good. And pretty quickly, the other staff would be like, they're like, we're ordering pizza, who's in? And then invariably someone would say, ooh, Devin's too good to do that. He won't do it. And I'd say, no, it's not that I'm not too good to it. I'm just eating what I bring to work, what I bring to work rather, because it was simple. But here's something that was something I just did for myself because I felt like it was important and I didn't want to waste money on things. I was a new dad. My ex-wife and I didn't have a lot of money, and I was the only person at the time working. So we were not destitute or broke, but we had to be smart. We had a young family, and very quickly it fell over to me, and I realized, hey, not only does this rule save money, it actually is one of the best simple rules when it comes to health and fitness and weight loss. And the rule is this: don't eat any junk food for breakfast. Only eat the food you bring with you at work. Don't eat any junk food at work. So it's kind of like a 3-part thing, right? But it basically is very simple. Don't eat junk food for breakfast. Do not eat junk food at work. Bring enough food that you're satiated and comfortable for the day. That was the rule. And here's why it's successful. That rule is super successful because of the fact that breakfast, say you're going to take an hour for breakfast and then you drive into work. So you're not having any junk food in there. You can't stop for, McDonald's. You can't stop for ice, Kappa, Frappa, whatever. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. But you know what I mean. You can't have anything, you're not going to eat junk food for breakfast. You're not eating junk food on the way to work. You're not eating junk food at work. Then you come home and have supper. How many hours of your day is that? Well, you get up, it's going to take you an hour and a half to get ready, say, give or take. Depending on the person, you can drive to work, there's a half hour. Now we're 2 hours into the day, you're going to spend at least 8 hours, maybe more at work. So say we're at 9 or 10 hours, and you drive home. So we're at like a 10 to 11 hour day in totality. We spend a lot of time at work, everybody does. So you just spent 10 to 11 hours not eating junk food, not eating anything but healthy stuff. That's a huge piece of your day. You're only going to be up for what? You're going to sleep for 7 or 8 hours? That only gives you a couple hours to really go wildly off the rails, which means you're in a better spot. This is the simplest, and this is what I told my client, this is the simplest possible way to be healthy, fit, and stay, and lose weight is don't eat junk food for breakfast. Don't stop on the way to work to eat junk food. Only bring healthy food with you at work, and only eat the food at work that you bring. Don't go out to eat. This will not only help you get more fit, it'll make you save a bunch of money too. Going out to eat every day is very expensive. Stopping on the way to have a coffee, whatever, every day, that can be a $3, $4 thing, and it might be 200 to 300 calories. You're cutting a ton of calories out on a very simple thing, and you're saving yourself money while you're doing it. You could be saving $3 to $5 a day. Say you're saving $3 a day, it's $15 a week. Doesn't seem like much, but it ends up being like $60 a month you just saved. And you're more healthy at the other end of it. That right there is my number one simplest way to be fit and stay healthy. It's easy, guys. Just give it a try. I promise you, I do it and it works like a charm. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to try, or you have an idea of something you've done before, write it up in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Go out there, enjoy the weather, and don't fight, be awesome.